Happy Friday, guys. I'm gonna make a quick video for you and kind of explain there's been issues where we've had cars here and sometimes we're not the fastest at getting stuff done, but there's also reasons for that. Uh, a lot of times we're the last people to get something after a lot of people have touched it, and in doing that we sometimes inherit or find problems that were made along the way. So it's not always just the tuning process. Sometimes we have to do a lot of troubleshooting, and that's what takes the most time. Uh, if we knew everything, that'd be fantastic. But sometimes, we got to dig in a little deeper. We'll always find wiring issues, almost always. And we want to make sure everything's correct so we have the best result when we're done. And I just want you guys to understand that whether it be me tuning it, another shop tuning it, you're going to run into issues. Usually it's, pull it off of the dyno, take it home, fix those issues, and bring it back. We approach that a little bit differently. We keep digging until we find that stuff, which is what takes time. I'm actually making two videos at one time. You'll probably have to swipe on these. I'll split them up. So I have my phone here, and I have my other camera there, so we can start pushing you guys YouTube. I'll go ahead and keep talking. But that's just something that it keeps coming up, and I want you guys to understand that. Whether it's me, any other shop, you're going to run into issues in the tuning process. No matter how hard you work to try to get everything ironed out before you get there, it just always happens. I've been doing this for many years. This is our dyno now, but I've tuned at several other shops for several years, and there's always a problem. The reason why we ended up with a dyno was because tuning at other shops, we were always against a time constraint. And that time constraint was always a total pain in the ass, and it would end up with me taking shortcuts or spending way too much money in dyno rental. And I'm not a guy that likes taking shortcuts at all. If you watch my videos, that's totally not me. I want everything 100%. I go way overboard with everything just because when you guys go to the desert and spend money, you should have everything working. The same goes for prepping an off-road car. You spend a lot of money to get to a race. You don't want to end up going there and finding that a $15 part or a hose clamp or things like that were overlooked, wiring stuff. So that's why we do take the time to do stuff the way we do it. The full video of this, of course, it's splitting up again. I'm watching the timer on my phone, will be on YouTube. So if you guys haven't followed the page on YouTube, like I said before, that's where our content is going from now on. So go ahead, YouTube. If I need to make a video for you guys to get you there, I can do that too, but it's actually pretty easy. I'm sure you guys are used to just clicking on an Instagram video, looking at it, and that's that. But the 60 seconds in time just isn't enough for me to explain some of the concepts and things that are going. And now my phone's ringing. No, it's not. And that's kind of the direction we need to go. We have some more camera stuff in here. Like I said, I have some GoPros. I'll probably start using this sessions more and getting some more on dyno footage when we're explaining stuff. With the whole new batch of cars we have coming in here, we're getting into the street market a little bit. So we do have a street car in here now. It's turbo LS, of course, which is kind of what we thrive on. I mean, if it's forced induction, that's completely up our alley. Whether it be a Subaru, a Honda, or an LS, been doing those for several years. Those are really what you find in the market, especially stand car market. Street market, a lot more LS turbo guys. Another thing that I want you to realize is build sheets are very important to me. So if you come in here and I ask you for a build sheet and you don't have one, we're always going to tune that to the safest level for what we think is kind of in it. Usually we'll go as far as pulling off the oil pan and verifying there's at least rods in it. But if we don't have a build sheet, we're not going to push that thing very far. That's just the way it is. So build sheets, very important. So this video will be on YouTube, which is probably where you're watching now because we're way over time for freaking IG. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. I'm going to try to put one of these videos out every day, but that's going to be damn near impossible with my workload in my day-to-day telecommunications company and some of my other business ventures. But we're going to try our hardest. So at least every other day I'll be putting something together. Give me feedback. Respond to the stuff. Tell me what kind of content you guys want to see. I know we need to get into CVs and some of that stuff. I know we want to get into transaxles, oiling, things like that. I want to dig a little deeper and share more information with what you're doing. The ECU stuff we're doing, we're moving to an open source format. And the reason we're moving to more of an open source format is so that other shops can handle it and you have more available tuners. I don't want to be holding you guys up from the tuning process at all. If I get backed up, you should have other options, you know. There's lots of capable tuners. If they need help, I have no problem remoting in. I have no problem helping them. The goal here is to push everyone forward. I'm sure you guys have seen, there's not a lot of stuff going through here. I'm not making a lot of money doing this. It's all about pushing everything forward and everyone having a good time. If I make a couple bucks along the way, that's good. I'd love to pay the overhead here, which isn't cheap. We have 4,200 square feet here, 4,400 square feet here, and a lot of light bills and other stuff like that. I don't run the CNC machines as much as I want to. I'm just too busy doing other stuff. So that's kind of the history of what's going on in a nutshell. That video got a little out of control, but please watch it. Please share it. That should help you guys understand where I'm going with this entire thing, and I'll need your help to kind of push it along. If you have questions, I do my best to answer them. Sometimes I get calls, sometimes I miss them. You got to remember I'm doing other stuff. But hopefully this video wasn't too long. Subscribe on YouTube. I'll bring you more content, I promise. So, all right, later.